Hey Cancers, this is Leah with Half Moon Tarot. I will be doing your February 2024 reading. I've already meditated over the cards and asked that Spirit bring whatever is necessary for you to hear, know, expect, and be prepared for. So Cancers, coming into February 2024, you're coming in with the World card, the Justice card, and the Chariot card. All three of these cards are major arcana, and the Chariot card represents Cancer. So I know that this reading is directly for you, okay? The Justice card represents balance, finding yourself, knowing when to jump into a situation and when to leave the situation to figure its own self out. The Justice card represents being grounded, being emotionally still, right? The World card represents what we see, right? When we're looking from the outside into someone else's life. Now, the World card can talk about comparing your life to someone else. It can talk about judging someone else. But in this reading, Cancer, I really feel like it is you finding balance between yourself and the world. Okay, it is coming into this month. There might be some exhaustion, right? You might be exhausted coming into February because you're giving too much of yourself. Okay, and the initial lesson in the first three cards talk about finding that balance, pulling more energy into yourself so that you can actually be in the world and do it healthily, right? So, finding your grounding, finding your emotional stillness, finding when, it is actually appropriate to speak up, right? Sometimes we want to control situations and give people the answers or give them resolution when really it is not your lesson to teach them. It is their lesson to learn. So learning when to pull yourself back and allow situations to take the course that they need to take, right? Coming in under the World card and the Justice card is the Nine of Wands. Now, all of my zodiac signs up until now that I have read, they all have nines in them. So February feels like a month of completion, right? Like a cycle is being completed. For you in particular, it talks about the energy that you're giving out to other people, other places, other things that really don't form relationship with self, right? And I think it's time for you to be selfish, Cancer. I honestly think it's time for you to be selfish and stop providing the energy to other things, places, and people that really belongs to you. Okay, figuring out what belongs to you is probably going to be the most important. The Nine of Wands says this is the time for you to explore your passions, explore traveling, explore the nature, explore things that you probably, I don't know, you probably wouldn't normally explore. It is time for you to put yourself in positions where you can either do things solo or you can do it with other people, but have the intention of it creating a balance of self, right? That's confirmed within the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups sits in between the Justice card and the Chariot card. And that lets me know that you're finding this. Everything is about balance right now. It's time for you to be selfish, right? So it's finding this thing that we are drawn to, right? And then making the choice to either move forward with it or pull back away from it. Okay, so I believe coming up in February, there is an opportunity for you that you are emotionally drawn to explore. This could be while you are on these adventures, while you are exploring these passions, but you are going to have the opportunity to be drawn to something emotionally. Now, where we make the choice is, Are we drawn to it because it's comfortable, or are we drawn to it because we've never experienced it before? And I'm always going to suggest you to be drawn to something or go for something that you've never experienced before, because it creates a different relationship with self. It creates a sense of accomplishment. It creates a sense of being able to step into something not knowing where it will lead and doing it anyway, right? Even if you're scared, you're doing it anyway. I'm stepping into this. I don't know where it's going to lead, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay. So that's the Two of Cups. It's going to build that relationship with self, right? Because maybe some of my cancers just need a self-esteem boost, right? They're so much into the world. You're so much on social media that you start to compare yourself with the people and places that you're being exposed to. But please know that social media is just a highlight reel. Okay, it is just a highlight reel. It is not something that is to be taken seriously. It is not those people's lives 100% of the time. So if you are starting to feel that way, Cancer, it is time to get out. Okay, it is time to start to explore things that you are passionate about so that you can create your own highlight reel. Now, you might not put it on social media, and that's fine, but it's time for you to start to create your own highlight reel and go towards things that make you uncomfortable, because you want to create a different structure of relationship with self. This is how you start to find balance, right? Put the phone down and get out into the world and start to find that balance. Okay. This is then going to lead to the Page of Coins. Now, this surprised me when it came out, because the Page of Coins talks about fruitfulness, right? Fruitfulness through success and ideas and money and tangible things. And I said, well, how does this fit in? And, Spirit came in and said, when they start to find balance within themselves and create this relationship within themselves without comparing themselves to others outside, then it is going to lead to something that can be fruitful on the other side, right? So these passions that you're exploring, these desires that you're stepping into that might seem out of sorts for you, that might seem out of touch for you, it is okay, Cancer. Push through that, explore, experience, and it could be fruitful on the other side. The other thing about this reading that really stuck out to me is that there is no wrong way and there is no wrong answer, right? And it's kind of like a choose your pathway. It is an intricate web of different directions and different choices that you have, but it all leads back down to this fruitfulness if you allow it to. Right? So maybe you need to go out into the world and explore passions, right? Because maybe you have to do it with other people, or maybe you have to step into a space that makes you uncomfortable, but that's in the world, right? You have to step into other people's spaces in order for you to find these passions. So maybe it's telling you to go out and socialize and experience new things with people that you wouldn't normally experience them with. On the other hand, it's saying if you do that, right? If you go out and explore these passions, you will start to create this relationship with yourself, right? Create a relationship of new things that you like or dislike, right? So many times we get stuck in a comfort zone and it becomes rotten fruit, right? At some point in time, we got to plant new trees to get new fruit. And that is exactly what this reading is telling me, right? If you start working with yourself, on yourself, and figuring out things, and you're internalizing yourself, it will then take you to the passions, which will take you into the world. And the world is going to be a different perspective, right? It's going to open you up to new people, places, and things. It's going to open you up to something that could be fruitful for you, right? Right now, we don't know what that is, right? So it's up to you to figure it out. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to go out in the world and find your passions? Do you want to work on yourself and find your passions? Either way, it is a space for you to be in a fruitful position for yourself later on down the line. Okay? Either way, Cancer, This is your opportunity to break out of your shell. This is an opportunity for you to experience something new. So that's up to you. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe.